Great. I think let's get underway. I think everybody's here now anyway. So hi everyone, thank you for attending our webinar, Getting Your Docs in a Row. My name is Graeme Bowman. I come from Newcastle, so I hope you can understand me. We'll have a bit of an accent here. You'll have noticed that you have a box on your screen to ask any questions. We will answer these through and at the end of the session. If you have any technical issues, please let us know, and Luke, my assistant, will reach out to you and hopefully you can get that rectified straight away. Your microphones are on mute. It's just so we can make the session flow a bit smoother, but we will ask some questions throughout anyway. A little bit about what we're going to cover today. So I think you've got an overall view, but I'm just going to show you just what you need to be compliant as a business. So your individual business, what you would really need for documentation for that business. How easy and immediate it is to get answers or documents to complex legal matters. Hi, I know there's a couple of attendees just arrived, so I'll just go through the fact that we have got your microphones are on mute, but there is a box to ask any questions throughout. So yeah, we're going to show you just how to set up your business and get all your docs in a row, how easy it is and how immediate it is to get answers or documents to complex legal matters. And we'll just show you how easy it is to produce those documents as well, and how you should be able to save thousands really on any legal matters. We're recording this session, so you can log into it later, and if there's anything that you missed, you can go back and you can replay it again. But if you do need something a bit more complex, please reach out to me on a one-to-one basis, and I'll catch up with you, and we'll go through anything that you need to. So you have that facility available. Okay, so let's just begin, and we're going to look at the software. So I think I'm going to switch over to what you really look at as businesses. So, you know, what you use now. So you should be able to see my screen now. Luke, can you confirm that that's live?
Not yet, Graeme.
Yeah, can you confirm that that's live?
Yep, that's live. Thanks, Graeme.
Brilliant. Okay, so you're pretty familiar with this aspect. So you have your dashboard, and this is to do with your dashboard for CreditFocus. And you've noticed that there's one new area that's appeared at the bottom of the screen, which is Legal Manager, and we're just going to explore that today. So let's just see how easy it is to operate. So when you click into Legal Manager, you'll notice straight away that it's really in plain English. Everything is pretty self-explanatory. So start a business, debts and recovery, throughout all the other subjects. At the bottom of the screen here, there's the most popular documents. So these are what really businesses ask for all of the time. But we're going to start off as if we've never used this software before, which I know we haven't. And I'm going to look at business legal health check. So this is really about getting your documents in a row for your particular business, no matter what the business does and no matter what stage you're at within that business. So we're going to start this up. And so it's a business legal health check. So we're going to go through some of the areas that it covers. I filled out one earlier. However, I'm going to reset all of the questions, and I'm going to start again. So do you have any employees? Yes. And we're just going to answer these. A lot of them are pre-populated with no, but you know, we're going to sort of, we would put in and read this in depth if we were sort of looking to fill out some stuff specifically for our business. You know, do you have any hand boots? You know, we'll just click in a few. No, I haven't set any of these up. Do you use external consultants? No, I don't. Are you working from home? Yeah, a lot of us are working from home at the current time, so I'm just going to say yes. No, actually I haven't. I got any terms and conditions from a website. I'm a limited company. If you got any shareholders, yeah, I've got the agreements and that set out, so that's fine. Have you ever had to pursue any customers for payments of overdue invoices? I think we all have within business. You know, it's come to a point where we've had to actually chase money. So at the end of that, you can see I've got a range of documents. Yours might be a little bit more than this. You know, I've just scoured through the questions. But within that, there's a few documents that I would need as a business. But what are these and how do they look? So let's have a little look at one of the most asked for within companies, which I noticed was the employee handbook. What's that really about? So I think within this essence, if you're either employing anybody or you're looking to employ somebody in the future, this is a really important set of a document that you would need as a business. Most companies, as you can probably see within here, if you got took to court off an employee and you didn't have a handbook, then you're more than likely going to lose that case. It's one of the things that at the beginning of court proceedings, they would look at your procedures and they would look at the documents that you've supplied. So I'm going to start that document and we're not going to fill out every part of it, but I'm just going to demonstrate on how easy it is to actually fill out the document. So, type of employee, we're a limited company. You know, we'll just put X, Y, Z here. And it's scanning to a part of the document where you fill this in. So X, Y, Z again. Oh, I might pre-populate that. I'll pre-populate it with my name. Then we'll go to the next document. They are specific for countries. Most documents are. It'll bring up this questionnaire if that is the case. So if that document does relate to a different country, then it would relate. So there'll be a different set of rules if I'm in England, Scotland and Wales, or England and Wales, Scotland, or whichever part of it. And you can see it's really foolproof. It just zooms to a different part of the document. So we'll go next. Dress code. It'll just scan through every particular part of that document. You'll just click. This wizard at the side is really easy to work with. You'll probably notice that there's these little question marks that come up. If you click on those, it will actually give you a reason behind it. So it'll give you an indication of what you should actually put in there. So it really is very straightforward. If I look at what this document's going to include, I mean, it's immense what this document includes. Dress code, smoking policies, paternity leave, you know, down to disciplinary and grievance, harassment policy. So if you do want to get your house in order within this and you want to protect yourself, you would fill out this document and you would give this to the employees. I think we know which way it goes. It's pretty straightforward to fill out. I've got saying there's an error there, so I've got four employees. But I am going to click to the end of this because I wanted to just show you. I think we all probably get interrupted when we're doing documents, or we'd be doing this. We might not have the relevant information at hand, so we might need to call back to that at any stage. So when we get to the end, I'm just going to see, you know, how easy it is to look at. So I can see I've filled out some of these areas, and in red are the areas where I haven't filled them out. So again, up the top of this, you can see what the subject is. You can see they're all in red. I haven't filled them out. The green are where I have filled them out. And these are the number of documents. You can click into any one of these pages at any stage. Yeah, let's say we're going to give them 9. Yeah. So, yeah, I'm going to go back there. So if I click out of this document and you think, where's that document gone? If you look into my services, my documents, you can see that this is the document that we've been working on. So it's saved within here. And all I'll do is I could download it, you know, I could look at it and I could really write those bits of information down at my desk, or I could just log back in and I'm going to edit that document. So we'll just go back to here and we'll just go back to this document. But I'm going to click out of here. I'm going to go back to my business health check and just have a little look at the other documents that are within there. So you can see it's remembered everything that I've done in the past. You can easily reset the questionnaire, but I think another area where you'd look at is I filled out some of these areas and I could actually click in and I could actually change them. You know, so I've suddenly started using consultants again. I'm just going to click back in there and say yes. So and then we go back and it's going to ask me for a different set of documents. And it's asking me questions around the consultant, the limited company. So we're just going to click out of that again. That would be how you get your documents in a row. So that would be really straightforward. But if I have a little look down at what you would use, because I think you can see everything is in such plain English. It's really easy to navigate around. At any stage that you're doing a document, you can go back to the beginning. That would hold that document within your documents. But we'll just have a little look down here. What are these most common stuff that businesses really ask for? And if I click on anything, so purchase order. Yeah, do I do a purchase order? You probably do, but you might want to change your terms and conditions within those purchase orders. Actually, at this current time, you probably do because there are rules around COVID. The software is really up to date. We update this constantly. It's got to be legally reliable. So at any stage, we will update these documents. So if we look at something like a purchase order, and you think a purchase order, really straightforward, but I'll get started within that document. And it looks very straightforward, you know. So we're based in Scotland. A few different rules apply to Scotland. We're a limited company. Again, you can see it's panning to a different part of this document. You can look up and down this document at any stage to see the areas where you've actually filled them out. So you can see how it's reading. And you'll notice, I mean, I think we're going to know how this goes. I think that services only, we'll go through this document. That's the first page filled out. Graeme Bowman, I'll pre-populate that. Yeah, so we'll just go through here. I can even find an address within here of the company that I'm dealing with. So I can put in a postcode and it'll actually bring up the address or choice of addresses. But we'll go to my home address. Go next. And you can see the document just flows. So we know how that's going to go. We're going to fill that document in and we're going to keep that document within our documents. And this will go to that section and it'll be partially filled out because I haven't got all the answers today. But you can see all of your terms and conditions would be in there. And as I said, this has been updated with all of the COVID rules. So to talk about COVID, I think we hear them so often, but it is really important within the legal sort of profession at this current time. You know, it's the big topic. There's a lot of laws and they are evolving all of the time. So let's have a little look about the software. So we've looked at the most popular documents and you can see in there, you'd probably need a lot of those documents as a business. Probably got a lot of them. However, these are up to date, they're legally reliable. You could probably put your documents against the current documents that you've got. So we look at the latest news. So these are just things as and when they happen. So different laws that come into effect. You can click on those. You can see at any stage within any documentation that you're doing, you can download them, you can print them out. You know, you hold them within your documents. But any of these you could download, print, and you could have those on your desk if you were being asked that question. It would just empower you to be sort of really knowledgeable within that area when maybe you're not, because I think you concentrate on your business, and we all do. You know, we don't know what's changing within law. So I'm going to go back to the main menu, just look at some of the topics that are covered, and I'm going to look at these particular headings. What are